And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. 74 as we wait for a high. Somewhere between 94 and 97. Heat index should fall right around 98 to 99. So what's that tell us? Hot weather in store.
Does it matter when it gets that hot, the difference in 94? No. If it wasn't 97, I'd go cut that grass.
I think you got a good point on that, Greg.
Yeah.
I'm loving this new camera. Like, Greg looks really big.
Well, he is kind
bigger.
of
Well, the cameras, they add like 200 pounds. I've heard that.
He's got that new Longs deal. They're paying him catfish. Look at him after 1 week.
We changed the way the camera sits, and honestly, I haven't adjusted the. I don't think the. We'll have to.
I can't get any closer to it.
I think it's panoramic now or something.
It is zoomed a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. That the zoom could be on this. I have to talk to my. There we go. There's more of both of y'all.
Just a little closer.
It's a lot.
We'll work on that this week.
We're going to have to get one of those picnic table benches over here or something. I think so.
No.
So have y'all paid attention? Y'all ever done CrossFit, either one of you?
Yeah, I wrote the book on it. Can't you tell? It's right there with
how you asked him
right
that
there
question
with my
a straight
yoga
face.
classes.
That stuff
I have a lot of friends that do it. I haven't personally.
But for some reason they get out and they roll around a bunch of tractor tires and they do all this and have these events that they go to each weekend. We had tragedy in Texas yesterday. Did y'all see this? And no one noticed it. It's kind of like, I guess, what you'd call the Iron Man thing, where you do several events. Guys swimming in, 100 yards from the shore, disappears. He ended up being drowned. No one even noticed when he went under.
I thought he was talking about a fellow that was under a Coke machine there, Greg.
Could have been.
Is that why you don't do that kind of stuff? It's dangerous.
That's exactly right. You never know when a tire could fall on you.
Well, when Willie Nelson outlives Richard Simmons, that exercise stuff's got to be out.
It's kind of out the window. It is.
Somebody gets hurt doing this all the time.
Yeah.
You know, a lot less people fall off a stool at the Waffle House.
Well, it depends on what time of night it is.
That's right.
Greg's got a point on that. You hear about these super joggers dropping dead all the time.
Yeah.
30 years old, 35. Shouldn't have been running so fast. It could be bad for your health.
I mean, I may go tomorrow, but I'm going to have a little pork chop grease in the corner of my
Tell them
mouth.
what you had for breakfast this morning.
I had 4 pecan twirls.
Because
I went to 2 different places and could not get anything to eat at that time.
were they
very
being
upset about it.
nice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have to eat because I take my medicines in the morning, and I have to have something to eat. And
He's got a sensitive palate.
I have a very sensitive palate, and I believe in fast food, but never mind.
So we went with 4 pecan twirls and a Diet Coke. The epitome of health.
But there's nothing, and I think, Greg, as we talked before we went on air, is being able to see the food and they're not giving you the food. You're 60 seconds early.
He was
we're not
early. They may not have had their drawer yet. Their system may not come on. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's that computer stuff again.
That's exactly. I didn't need a computer. I had
so your choice was to
American money.
Wait until they open, as you should.
Give me $2 and I'll give you
I have somewhere to be.
Okay.
But you had, seriously, it was what, minute?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
And he left. And then he went and waited 10 minutes somewhere else, and then he's upset about it. So
I left there too because they wasn't moving.
he was mad. He's upset they didn't open 2 minutes early for him. For the record,
No,
But you go there every day, don't you?
pretty much.
Yeah.
that doesn't get you the right. They have their hours.
Well,
posted.
customer service. I almost agree with Greg on this.
If all you want's a biscuit, throw me one out the window.
Yeah, I didn't even
And
care
if-
what was on it. I was like a starving dog at the door. I mean,
It would have been nice for them to do. But
And Greg would even come back and pay them later because
it's
they know
unreasonable to
him.
be
it's
upset.
called money.
But her manager may have been in the back with the drawer, and she didn't have a way to.
But that's what I
do the
meant by it.
transaction.
I didn't need any. I'd have given her $10 and drove off. I just needed some food.
All right, I'm done
nourishment.
arguing with y'all. Move on. Next
You're gonna
subject.
lose.
Y'all, let's move to. I think we need to address a huge problem in Mississippi. Hang on here. Let me get to this. There's a lot of things going on in the state of
You
Mississippi.
talking
but-
about that we've already went to
Oh,
96
goodness.
in here?
No,
I started not to come today.
Let's talk about contraband in our prisons. You
Start-
cannot be sneaking stuff in a prison and getting.
Especially if you're the
Stop.
and the dude looked like Don Knotts. I'm sorry.
No, it's an overweight Don Knotts with a bad hairdo.
I mean, would you hire this for your attorney?
Who tied his tie?
nobody.
It's like a bad version of my cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Utes in question.
I would say if I went to law school and
He was prepared for anything. Look
yeah,
at this.
if I went to law school and I did something like this and risked, all of that, that I probably would, and I looked that way, I'm guessing there's an addiction issue on the attorney's end.
Well, I mean, look at the color of truck he bought.
I know. But
What was he hiding all that?
in his briefcase, because this is an issue that
Well, he did
MDOC
have
has,
scales.
is because legally, attorney
Client privilege.
Yeah, attorney-client privilege and documents and stuff. They can't. You're not supposed to be able to go through attorney mail and things. So that the inmates will disguise it as attorney mail, and so then they end up having to call the attorney's office and say, "Is this really you?" and confirm it before they give it to them. But this is the first time I've seen an actual. I've heard about it before, but
Briefcase full of it walking
where
in.
an attorney
Wow.
is an active participant in it.
What would cause, and you know a little bit more about this than
The
I do.
doctor on Cannonball Run.
does resemble that. What would cause the police to go, wait a minute, we need to see your briefcase now? What would have prompted that in your opinion?
Look at the guy.
I think.
Okay.
I mean, he probably,
One of the
I'm
people he
guessing.
supplied
I do
got
not know
caught.
this, but it has the appearance of some addiction issues on his end. So I think he had multiple. I think he was coming a lot, maybe.
Yeah.
And just got sloppy with it, and then his appearance.
That appearance was pretty rough there. I got to add
Well,
that.
one of the guys could have gotten caught with that contraband.
Right.
They said,
Yeah.
"Where did you get with
Right.
my attorney?"
Or one of the buddies wasn't getting any of the
there
contraband.
you
So
go.
he's bringing his stuff in, but he won't bring me any. So
Right.
Why is he soaking wet? Because he was sweating to death.
I literally, that was a first for me.
may
Well,
have
have you
been in this
seen? Have you
studio.
ever seen Sheriff of Hinds County in person? Tyree.
Tyree.
That did the statement, but he's scary looking.
He's a big old boy.
He's a big old boy.
Now,
I'd be sweating too.
Now look, if it came down to Eric Lyons or him, I'm betting money on Eric Lyons in Philadelphia because have you met Eric?
I don't think so.
That is, I talked about this last week. That is a huge, huge man.
I don't know his name.
I mean, huge is a misunderstatement for this man. It's
No, I haven't met him.
He can pick up two Hondas with one hand, just like that, and move it.
Have you seen the head of Capitol Police in person?
No, I've never met her.
Him.
Oh, him.
He's a big old
He's
boy.
a big old boy.
Somebody will know his name that's watching, but he's a big old boy.
You know, I used to wonder why all of them spend all their time at the gym, and I sort of understand that now after following them around for 5 years. There's some bad folks out there that won't hurt them. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You either can out-wrestle, outrun, or you don't win.
Yeah.
It's tough out there being a cop these days.
It really is.
And I would not want to take that that ain't for me. I did, as y'all were out basking around yesterday, I got to go visit. You've been in, how many prisons do you think you've been in?
I don't know.
Just visiting.
Can I answer that? Should have been in or was in?
Probably, I've been to like 5 or 6 facilities.
Look at all the cars
Probably
that they got for inside.
Well, I went down yesterday, and I hung around the Clark County Sheriff's Department for quite a while yesterday.
Okay.
And I got what you would call the grand tour of the Barry yacht. Harold was there, the whole 9 yards. And unlike some of the prisons you go through, as soon as the doors went and opened up, you could smell the smell of pine sol. It's crispy clean. You could eat off the floor in the Barriott. Y'all want to know why?
Why?
Because I think Todd Kemp set the precedence on that when he backed up the horse trailer and threw away all the TVs and anything extra that was going on. They spend their spare time cleaning and wiping and taking care of things. And when I tell you, not one yelp, not one word of
Out me out.
nothing. It's a nice, quiet, peaceful reading the Bible as you go down through there.
And guess what? When they get out, they don't want to go back.
No, they don't.
I'm not for abusing anyone.
Correct.
I am not. I mean, you know, they need to be fed. They need to be kept warm. Need to be kept cool.
Yep.
And that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm not for any type of abuse, but guess what? It ain't supposed to be.
It's not a cakewalk.
If your lifestyle is improved when you go to jail, the jail's doing something wrong.
That's right.
Where's my microwave? Where's my TV? I got you don't have none of that.
It's not there. But I'm telling you, of the atmosphere there is really good. Everybody's nice. No one's aggressive. They're calm because they spend most of the time cleaning and taking care of things. They've got a job to do.
That's kind of like all these restaurants are looking at Chick-fil-A going, how is your drive-through run? And how can we make ours run as easily and as fast as yours? Maybe some jails need to go around and say, hey, Barry, hey, Anthony, can we see how you run your jail? And maybe we can make some changes and
do a little
kind
tour.
of turn ours around a little bit.
That's right.
You know, talking about tours and things, I'm just going ahead and call this out because Greg was upset about his lunch. It's been, what, 6, 7 years
Back
now
to
since I've been
lunch.
able to leave the county line.
Yeah.
But I stopped in Central Nail. Y'all all know that you've been to the beach.
Yeah.
You know where that McDonald's is there?
Yeah.
Right up in there, wasn't but 3 people in there. I stood there 12 minutes and waited.
The
You know what
Wait.
that is? They ain't got their competition. You
So-
got Hardee's at the other end of the street.
You got
That's
that
all right.
Jack's or whatever it is.
Oh, that
now
must be
there.
new.
Oh, that's right. It's new. They just built it. We ate there a couple of weeks ago.
But I got
I
back in
don't
my
stop
truck.
in Citronelle. We stop at the place like before the state line. It's the gas
Crazy
station
K's on the left.
that has the chicken nugget,
Yeah.
the chicken
Yes.
strips, and the honey mustard.
Well, I didn't realize
That's
I
our
was hungry
stop.
till I got there. But I won't
Everybody
ever
knows
do
what
that
I'm talking
again.
about.
Yo.
Yeah, but it's on the opposite road. Side of
Yeah,
the
and you
road.
got it. You do have to make it,
No,
but it's
don't
worth
do
it for
that.
that
It's
homemade
well
honey
worth it. It's
mustard.
clean. The restrooms are clean.
And that
the
food
people
is
are
good.
super nice. Crazy K's.
The only time I've ever turned
Buckatana.
around while I was
Buckatana.
headed south was when Amy goes, "Ooh, I don't have my my medicine," and I turned
What
around and
medicines?
come back. It was her hormones. She said, "I didn't bring my hormones with me," and I said, "We're going to get them."
Let me
in trouble for this.
let me just translate that. That's your crazy pill. is
You
what that
should
is.
not have said that.
She'll be
Look
all
like that old Raisin Bran commercial going back for 2 scoops.
You got to go.
We'll be right back.
CF Moto has arrived at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or give us a call at 601-485-8700.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we welcome you into a Friday morning. The whole gang is here.
Man.
Greg, Julie, as we do this. We have to say a congratulations to downtown Marion, as they have a new citizen, as the mayor has a brand new son, as we congratulate them on the birth of their son.
Congratulations.
Larry Gill and his wonderful wife, Rose.
And I don't know a
Baby
name.
Gill. I do.
Does anybody know a name?
Regal.
Regal?
Nehemiah. Golly.
Mayor,
can't-
you need to tell
yeah.
us what the name is.
I think
so
it's
we'll,
Regal Gill.
We'll get that
It's
right.
Regal Gill, and
Yeah.
it's
He'll have a baseball in his
Nehemiah, I
hand, and I don't
believe.
know, about 6 months.
let's see here, because I just saw it and I was going to write it down.
He's
and
cute.
I didn't.
Okay, well, congratulations. He'll
Sweet,
let us know
sweet
here in a
baby.
minute there of what that name is. We have to say, those of you who were headed to work this morning on 26th Street, you had a boo-boo. Look at this. Fell right out in the middle of the road. Power company had to come out. They removed that. All that's up and going again. But what made it fall, we don't know.
Did it make any noise?
Good question there, Greg.
Scotty Ray, were you already there?
Yes, I was, as a matter of fact.
Hey, he's so good he knows before they gonna fall.
We're working on some possible burglaries, vandalism from last night as well.
Are you sure you're not the culprit of some of these crimes?
You know, I got accused of that the other night.
You beat the police there every time.
The
You got a
tires are
chainsaw.
still
You really
spinning on
don't.
the wreck. You know?
I beat actually, and it's very hard. I want to tell y'all, it's very hard to beat the fire department somewhere. But I got a text, and I had somebody text me and go, all right, that's kind of suspicious. Nobody beats the fire department. But somebody on the neighborhood texted me and said, fire
Because
next to
people
me.
call you before they call 911.
That does happen quite a lot.
We don't recommend that.
No, we may not, but I do welcome the messages. Thank y'all very much there.
They call SRR before they call 911.
Which, as emergency management, you don't recommend
No,
people
not
do.
at all. Call 911 so we can get everybody en route.
A lot of times
you-
they call Scotty Ray to get the number to 911.
I have had that happen too. Hey, we had a big ceremony yesterday. Thank you for the invite as we went out to the 186 Air Refueling. This is another just little step in the right direction for Meridian to get some new stuff there. As we had Congressman Michael Guest in town. As we got there, the American flag was flying. Why? A ribbon cutting ceremony as they brought back the training simulator. I know I got a picture of it here somewhere.
Well, they should have never took it away.
Go back. The truck thingy?
No, it's well, I got video of it. Hang on
It's a
here.
simulator that does the training for the aircraft, so they don't have to
Yeah.
stay in
He
there.
had
But we
it. He
had
missed
that,
it.
and all they did was bring it back.
Yeah.
But we
After-
had it. They should have never took it away.
I'm trying
Well,
to get.
that's
Well, they may
okay.
have worked on it and improved it.
That's okay.
You can do that.
Here's what it
anyhow.
looks like. Here's the video. If y'all want to take a look at it, I won't play it because there's talking in the background. But it makes it look like it's an actual airplane that will come to Meridian and train in it. It's a big box. Pretty neat thing there.
That is neat.
So it'll bring dollars to the economy back to Meridian. People stay in hotels, eating, that type of thing. So we welcome anything that does that for our economy.
Amen.
And our elected officials, that's one thing that everybody agrees on, is we got to keep military bases, and it's a big part of our economy. So
It is.
Congressman Guest is great at
Look at what's
advocating for
happened
that.
with NAS over the past 20 years.
Right.
What it was and what it is now. Man, when I was in the Navy and came home on leave and go out there, I mean, it was packed. It was full.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's slim.
Well, and that kind of ebbs and flows, but I think it's something that we probably take for granted. But our elected officials, especially in D.C., work really hard to protect our bases here.
Absolutely.
So it's very important.
And 186 will be hopefully getting that new plane before long and changing of the air
If not,
refueling.
there's some other options. So
Yeah. So there's a lot happening with that, and so let's keep our fingers crossed for Meridian to keep all of this. Sad news yesterday, as we would learn in the great state of Mississippi, there would be a death of a police officer. As we do this, Governor Tate Reeves announced who this was last night, and here he is. His name is Troy Floyd. He was killed in the line of duty, making a traffic stop. He was shot. 2 other officers were wounded, and the suspect in the end was taken out.
Yeah.
Best way to word it that way. Our sincere condolences go to the community of Summit, Mississippi, and his family. a veteran, and we do hate that this happened. You just, as we've often talked about traffic stops, you don't know what you're going to walk up on, what that person is doing up there. So our hearts do that. I saw the funeral not the funeral procession, but the line going toward leaving the hospital.
In
Go to
Summit there,
Jackson.
Bob, and Summit. And Summit's near Hattiesburg down that way. So
It's
terrible.
Flags are going to be flying at half staff today. If you haven't lowered yours, do that today in memory of that. I got word that there was issues out on West Lauderdale School Road yesterday, and sure enough, it was. I went out to the subdivision, and what did I see? A couple cars pulled off on the side of the road. We had damage to a pickup truck, and as always, things are going to happen to where there's just not much room. Always, when you see the blue light start slowing down, give these guys a little extra room so they can take care of the situation and get traffic flowing once again. Those do happen there. We had we don't have this often in Meridian, a 3-car pileup happened at a red light as we go right there on North Frontage Road. 39 bypass over there by Zach's, that's where it was as we look at that. Just boom, boom, boom.
Somebody stopped and somebody didn't.
That's a
the way
tough little spot right there because that light is so short, or that area, and it stops before coming at the Texas turnaround underneath that bridge. I don't know. I struggle there when I'm coming in.
I was talking about North Frontage Road. I was on North Frontage Road where they spent all that time on those railroad tracks down there. I don't know what they did.
North Frontage Road. Oh, you're talking about by New South Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, if you're on North Frontage Road and you go across those railroad tracks, you might want to stop. Because I've seen about 10 rear ends like to fall out and the front end.
Oh,
like
it's
to fall
rough through
Oh,
there.
since they fixed
Since
them?
they fixed, they are the worst thing I've ever seen.
I hadn't been through there.
Oh,
Well, they were very smooth until they worked on
Well,
it.
anything.
I have to say you're
Anything
right.
around
Railroad
railroad
crossing.
tracks is, as you know, is really difficult when you start messing with railroads and who does it. And
Oh, they made some speed bumps.
If you want to knock the fillings out of your teeth, go down Highway 11 and come through Arundel Road and go across that set of railroad tracks.
I was about to call
you
y'all.
better have your poly grip.
That has to be the worst railroad crossing in Lauderdale County.
Not anymore.
And if I owned a front end alignment shop, I'd put a sign right there. Call me for all your needs.
the one at 29th Avenue used to be really bad, and they fixed it. It's real nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Now if they'll do one by Budweiser.
They're
that
working
needs a little
on
bit-
it.
They are. They're getting there. They need to go back to the frontage road. Though.
Wait a minute. Let's just talk about that. Every time that I decide, hey, I'm going to cut 49th Avenue to save some time, there's a train. Every single time that I do that, I'm sitting there looking at Steve at the co-op. How you doing?
They're watching you. They
I know.
flick the little switch. They're like, roll the train
Here
out.
you
Here
go.
comes
Here you
Scotty
go.
Ray.
Because I'm trying to cut those extra 30 seconds off to get somewhere.
There you are trying to beat the fire department.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't work out. We had an issue also yesterday. Oh, we'll be back with that. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray, Odie, Julia. What are you smiling about over there?
He remembers he's got to get paid.
We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
And welcome back. Let's talk about our friends here. Over at Snowden & Company. If you're looking for a home, it's easy to do. You go right here, you go to the top, see where you can take your virtual tours. You can look at all the listings that they have, and that quick it pops up. Look, here's one at Lake Flora Drive in Lauderdale, Mississippi. What do you call that over there?
A pier.
A pier.
Dock.
Dock.
Well, if you got a boat, you can dock it right there.
There you are. Nice home there.
That is beautiful.
And you can go there and take a tour of the home. It's easy here. just you go through and take a look at all the different pictures. 2-story, down the halls we go, little blue. There we are. Anything that you want to look at, they'll help you with this. Plenty of real estate agents that work with Amanda that will do anything to get you in your new home. Simple, big, smaller, larger, mother-in-laws, we got it all for you there. Snowden and Company, 453-3937 is the number to get in touch with them. All righty there. Y'all doing okay over there? Y'all
We're
fighting,
good.
poking each other?
No.
He's being sweet this
I'm
morning.
always sweet. I had my pecan twirls.
All 4 of them.
With a Diet Coke wash down, huh?
It's called a balanced meal.
We had a small issue yesterday in the afternoon, right after lunch, Kipper County, just north of Scuba. One vehicle accident. The young lady was pregnant. She was rushed to a hospital. I think she's going to be okay, but it was a one vehicle accident there. And it's always scary when we see that. You know, that happened in front of Harry's last week, Harry Mayer, that 4-car pilot. One of the young ladies there was also pregnant. And she was rushed. She's going to be okay. They called me back and said that, thank heavens, all that worked out very good there.
You're going to be in the right place one time. Somebody's going to name their child Scotty Ray.
Oh, my gosh. Lord,
Don't
I hope
ever. I mean, let me
that never happens.
Let me just y'all explain this. I remember standing there when Dylan Ray was about to come, like passed out.
Scotty Ray said he ain't birthing no babies.
No. And they wanted me to move and watch. I said, no, sir. I'm staying up here. I'm holding a hand, and that's all I'm doing. I had nightmares for like 7 months.
I'm sorry it was so difficult for you.
It was awful. They should never let a man in a birthing room.
Amen.
Do y'all remember
That's
the old
a
days?
private thing, and it ought to be kept that way.
Yes, sir. I'm totally against this. We need to do something. You remember when Hank came along, they didn't even let the men back there. You had to stay in the waiting room.
That's right. Smoking cigars.
Right. It's things that goes on there you don't need to know about.
That's exactly right.
Oh.
I'm not.
That's just horrible. I'm okay. I'm over that now.
I'm really sorry it's so difficult for all of you.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
I wasn't in that boat.
I mean, y'all are used to that kind of excruciating pain.
I was in there.
They had to get me a chair to sit in. I'm sorry. Of course, I did have my NADA book, and I booked a BMW for the doctor. That was my wife said only you would do this in the delivery room.
It gets downright serious in the birthing room. There's no other way to word it, y'all.
There's a life coming.
And people don't know what men go through in there.
They don't. I really thought I was going to faint.
They had to get me a chair.
They didn't try to hand you a pair of scissors, did they?
I
said,
no. Y'all put that on the bill.
This is why y'all don't live as long as us.
Daddy, got me a cold rag and a chair.
Some of the worst happy moments all at the same time. Anyway, as we go out to Tractor Supply yesterday, I was, where was I at? About a block away when this happened there. And off we went to see what had gone on. And here it was. Here's the situation at Tractor Supply. We had a boo-boo going on.
Ooh, they're going to need an alignment on that one, Greg.
You hear that in the background?
That's that fire truck you beat.
Here they come. Those boys are quick. It really is hard to beat our guys at the fire department.
You know why you beat them there? Because they were in class.
That's what it was, wasn't it?
And because we had Colonial Pipeline and PPL. Kinder Morgan came to the office and gave a great class yesterday, and so they were in there with us.
A little busy there at the time there.
Yeah.
But thankfully it wasn't anything too bad. There were some minor injuries involved with that. That could have been a whole different situation, but we sure are glad that everybody ended up okay on that issue as well. We had a bus the other night with a search warrant, Scott County. We got the whole story there where you can take a look.
I thought you said a bus and a search warrant.
We're not talking about Mike Vick and,
they're smelling,
and parties
spelling,
in Lauderdale County.
Another spelling bee.
But SWAT shows up in Scott. They mean pretty business over there as well. Some folks went to jail. What are you two doing now?
I don't know. I need to go home.
We have a fundraiser this weekend in Decatur. If you're going to be in the area, your old stomping ground there. Baby Andrew. This is going to be over at the fire department coming up tomorrow morning. Pickup begins at 11, 1 o'clock. Some food, pulled pork, helping out a family there in their time of need. So if you could help out in any type way, they sure would appreciate that over in Decatur.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on there. What else is stirring? I couldn't help but notice that the high sheriff yesterday was parking traffic out at West Lauderdale. Did y'all know that at the elementary school?
He had to deal with Charlene.
There he is. He's helping. Told me he really enjoyed it out there.
Man, that's difficult to navigate, the car rider lines. That's
another bad.
That's why we provide buses so you don't have to take all your kids to school.
Oh, okay.
Y'all ever seen just a picture that was worth 1,000 words? Just beautiful. Yeah. We had this in it. Look at that.
I knew it was going to be Daisy Duke.
And if she was on the dam over there in that yellow bikini, that would be a beautiful picture.
It'd be like, you ever wonder why Bob never painted any of that in his pictures? The little guy there that used to paint the happy trees.
Why he never
little
painted
happy
Daisy
shorts.
Duke?
They could have been little daisies.
I don't know.
She was named after a flower.
You know, you got a point there.
You need to go eat some more hush puppies. You want to go eat at Long's before they go out of business. They're paying him in hush puppies, and they're going to be bankrupt.
Or go early because we're out today.
I'm just taste
Greg's been
testing.
by.
I'm just taste testing.
A few of the things that we've had a big problem lately, and we'll remind you this morning if you're going to be on Homestead Road, it's an everyday adventure. More cows in the road. We see a Camaro there taking its time down the road.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So watch your money there. It's been walking around the road there for quite some time now.
Did they get?
They got put up.
Okay.
They did get them there. They got them all rounded up and they're back in.
Well, we're not having a real good time getting any goats for Barry. So if maybe you got a cow laying around that you want to take him, it doesn't matter. We just need some friends for Harold.
Are we sure that Harold wants a friend?
Harold wants.
Harold does. Barry doesn't.
Yeah.
Why doesn't
Well, a
Barry?
lot of times Barry don't know what Barry needs. We have to tell him.
I'm sure he really appreciates that.
That's what That's what friends are for.
Y'all are
and
such
we like
good friends.
Him and Harold, and we want to take care of Harold.
That's right.
Coming up, we're going to challenge the two of these folks here. It's on the way as we'll get into some trivia. That's next with Greg and Julia. Join us, won't you?
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I tell you, Julia is just getting the compliments this morning. Terry Shelton says, Julia is prettier than a daisy. I said what I said. Look at that.
Made her day.
Y'all are
Boy, Greg sure is
they're
quiet.
I
mean.
didn't say nothing. I didn't say
And they're
nothing.
gonna come after you.
I didn't say anything about.
Terry, they want to know if he thinks that you are.
I just wondered if he worked at the blind school. I didn't know.
Could have used Braille. You don't know.
Bless it. Let's start our trivia game this morning.
Yes, let's.
Yeah, let's do that.
1934. Again, God puts you in places. How would you know that at the age of 12 years old you would bump into the biggest legend that there would ever be? You start dragging guitars, anything you could do just to be around the guy. And at the end of life, you would be, well, kind of handling his son's affairs. You would be with some of the best, Johnny Cash.
Merle
Kilgore.
Absolutely. He would write, of course, The Ring of Fire, as we'll remember that. Merle Kilgore.
You know, he tried to sing.
He did.
Yeah, and he couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
But he
like Odie yodeling. That's Odie.
But you know, you
do
have
you
to
yodel?
Yes, he does.
I can yodel.
You ought to see him do those Ricola commercials.
Ricola.
If I am not mistaken, didn't he do up on what was the mountain song?
Wolverton Mountain.
Wolverton Mountain. He wrote that, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Also, Ring of Fire, one of the biggest songs of
I know
Johnny
that.
Cash.
I always get him and Harlan Howard mixed up. And who was Hal Needham? Hal Needham's the one that did Smokey and the Bandit, if I remember right. But, you know, Merle Kilgore was in some movies.
He sure was. Bunch of them.
Yeah.
Harlan Howard, if it's a country hit,
He had
Patty
a finger in it
Loveless.
somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, the man, it's his talent. There's no other way to word this. As we go back to the Marvelettes, y'all remember that? The lead singer was born on this day. And I should know the number one song they had. I think, was it Please Mr. Postman?
I don't know.
I think so.
You were graduating.
8th grade, that was my senior year. Yeah, thank you.
Now, I'm fixing to show you. I want each and every one of y'all to know that,
You just said wolf, so I'm.
that no matter how pretty you may be when you're a youngster, that time comes along.
Greg knows this.
I just get better with time. I'm like, wow.
We go to Married with Children, the TV show there. Do you remember
Peg.
Al and Peg and Marcy and what was the boy's name?
We're going to look at Marcy today because Marcy has a birthday. She was born in 58. Her real name is Amanda Beerson, if I pronounce that right.
We'll just say
Marcy was born in 58.
58, but I want you to look at what she looks like now. There to the far right, she's changed just a wee bit.
I mean,
Not horrible.
You didn't see the picture. I was nice to her.
Oh, okay.
I was very nice to her. I was there, very nice. But it's so hard to believe that those characters are getting, poor Steve somewhere right now. Catching it.
What was the other
like a
husband's
nice
name?
looking-
Steve and
Al.
Jefferson.
Jefferson. That's it. No,
Jefferson was a pretty boy. Al was the lead character.
Yeah.
His next door neighbors was the others
I
there.
remember Jefferson.
The shoe salesman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough being a shoe salesman.
My grandmother didn't like me watching.
Bud was his son.
Yeah, it was a little like she felt like it was crude.
Edgy.
It was a little,
little crude.
risque. Yeah.
It was. I will give it that. His wife was always
Considering what TV is now, it was kind of bland, wasn't it?
Really?
I mean, you know how much TV has changed? I mean, you remember Ward and June? They didn't even sleep in the same, but Ricky and Lucy.
Right.
I mean, now look at the crap you got to endure now if you cut the TV on.
And on
That's
regular
just the opening credit.
Yeah.
regular television, not
Yeah,
the
Victoria
after
ain't got
dark.
no secrets no more. I'm sorry.
That's right. 1960, Johnny Horton had a song. We had a big guy named John Wayne that was making a movie, and they needed a song for it. And they brought in Johnny Horton. It said, watch this and write a song. And he did just that.
Tell me.
It would go number one.
Battle hymn?
Starts off in a direction.
I don't know.
Going to a real cold place.
Oh, go up to Alaska.
Way up north.
Yeah.
To
North
Alaska.
to Alaska.
Going.
I've never heard of this.
Deborah, Todd got that one. Deborah got that one.
He talked to his team of Huskies as he mushed them through the snow. Oh, and Jenny, if you have not watched it, the plot of the movie, John Wayne was just so good on this. he goes to pick up a girlfriend for his friend who's his mining partner. Well, she ain't in love with him no more. The girl had run off. So he bumps into this other girl and says, "Won't you come back with me?"
So it wasn't a wasted trip.
Right. And she ends up falling in love with
Well, I'm just saying, you're going anyway. I mean, it's not a wasted trip.
That's exactly it. And man, that was such a good movie.
I summed up the whole movie. Right?
It did.
Don't
And
waste
it
your
ended
trip.
up
I got
being
it.
3 men fighting over one woman in Alaska because there wasn't no other women.
And it was cold. They needed somebody to cuddle up to.
That's right.
I'm going to break it to you, John Wayne won.
I don't know how you people are married.
They're just happy right
the
now.
Duke. John Wayne could do anything. It'd be good.
John Wayne was it. Y'all know this killer's name, John Manson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know
Charles
who I'm talking-
Manson.
Charles Manson. It would be today that terror would begin. 1969, some 55 years ago, this young lady would lose her life. Anybody remember that? The story of Sharon Tate?
No.
What was she,
She's an
20?
actress. Yeah, she was young and wasn't it in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Beverly Hills, Hollywood, somewhere.
And those women in that group, one of the worst things that's ever happened. He should have never been allowed in prison.
There's some
All
really
those-
sick people in
Yeah.
this world.
Oh, man.
There really are.
He was I guess what you call a cult leader, was he not?
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
what's bad, like Julia said, there's some sick people in this world, but they seem to be magnetic or something because people follow them. I mean, that's what gets me. They got the dumbest ideas, and then next thing you know, they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 people following them around.
Well, sociopaths and narcissists, they're good at identifying weak, vulnerable people that, need a place
That
to belong.
want something to belong to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same really in a gang. I mean, it's a similar kind of
Well, you
mindset
have
where
no family
where a
at
sick
home.
person kind of takes in people that want to
Yeah.
belong somewhere.
You got no family at home, and you got somebody offering you family atmosphere.
Here's a thought: join a church.
Well,
There you
I
are.
think
I'm
that
with you on that.
like the reason they're seeking that is because they don't have that kind of guidance. So people like you need to take in.
That's right.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
thank you.
There you
Early
go.
in 1973, there was a thing going on. You could walk in, and I think it was somewhere around $2,100 for a new pickup truck. I think that's
When was
about
this?
what
What
it
was this?
1973.
Okay.
Because I know this because Jerry Reed laid it out, and he had a #1 song with it as he wrote it to the
Mr.
president.
Ford,
Lord, Mr. Ford, what have you done? It went
what
#1.
have you done with
And
that
it-
automobile?
If you remember the song, he goes through describing what the truck cost,
Yeah.
and by the time you put tax and title, this thing's cost me $12,000
He
after
laid it
interest.
all out there. Easy payments, he said.
And it would be that
That's
this
not what it
day
cost to buy.
in '74, after we had Richard just the other night go, as a child, I can barely remember it because I was young, but I remember coming in and glancing at the TV, and every night that stuff was on. I didn't know what they were talking about, what they were doing.
It's on every channel.
But he got sworn in back in '74 as Gerald would fall down Air Force One, just like another president we had.
No, he fell up.
That may be.
You're special when you can fall up.
Twice.
Uncle
Just few
Jed.
more months.
That's true. 1975, Uncle Jed would finally make the cover of TV Guide.
Denver.
There he is, Buddy Epson.
Oh, Buddy Epson.
Yeah, you were thinking of Denver Powell.
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, you were thinking of him. But Uncle Jesse, what was it? He played on, was it Gentle Ben that he played?
So-
Yeah, Gentleman.
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams. One of
Adams.
those two.
I got those two shows always confused as a kid as to which one was which. Both kind of involved bears.
One
I
was a
can
monkey.
see. I can see that.
I like bears.
One was a monkey.
I like
On
bears.
which show had a
I
monkey?
like bears.
I like bears.
Oh,
Yeah, seriously, Odie, I think both of those shows had bears. Grizzly Adams and
One of them was a game warden and had a kid named Mark, and they had the pet bear. That was Gentle Ben.
that was
wasn't it?
Gentle Ben.
yeah.
And
I'm
then
gonna start doing my nails during this segment.
that was,
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
and then
I think
which
she
one-
says she don't want to talk about
Which
it.
one
No, I'm
had
just
the
saying.
BJ and the bear had the monkey?
That was, it was a bear, but it was a monkey, you know? That was just the name of the show. Odie.
It was, that's what I was trying to tell Scotty Ray.
Did you really get that confused?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. That's all right. He's had a stressful week. He's in
That's
class
right.
yesterday.
Been on call.
So much makes sense.
1975, he will be coming off of a big song that he had that was released, went straight to number one, and he done it in Spanish. That second verse.
Julio Iglesias.
Well, he was out there practicing, but he had just come off a number one hit of Before the Next Teardrop
Freddie
Falls.
Fender.
Right, but he had another song that was fixing to take over the nation.
Wasted days and wasted nights.
There you go.
That's his theme song.
1975, if y'all can believe that, it's been that long ago.
That's hard to believe.
I'm shocked by all this. Age is a catching us. Did you know B.J. McKay drove a red and white Kenworth?
Nope.
Cab over with Aerodyne package.
Nope.
I always had Sheriff Lobo trying to pull him over and hijack the load.
I believe you.
I would sing the theme song and my best friend Bear. How did it go?
I don't know.
I thought it was the Eagles was his theme song.
No, it was, I'm traveling across the USA, and then my best friend Bear, I can hear it in my head.
He's got a lot of stuff up there rolling.
Y'all work with me on these theme songs. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to 1975. And the first time that I would catch on to there was a language such as jive, I would be watching Airplane. When she walks up, she goes, "Pardon me, I can speak jive." And she goes up to the guy that's
That was
choking.
the Brady Bunch.
But there would be a number one song in America by these, I called them hippies at the time.
Well, they were.
They stood in front of the mirror with combs, practicing their hair all the time.
The Jackson 5.
Well, it was close. It'd be these guys, the Bee Gees.
Same thing.
I mean, that on the far right that you're looking at on your screen there.
I think y'all should dress up as them for Halloween, the three of y'all.
No,
I'll get y'all those
We're doing the
outfits.
Three Amigos.
Yeah. Three Stooges.
Yeah, Three Stooges.
We're all individual people.
I think we should all vote on what y'all should.
We're all individual people. We're going to be the three solos.
1980, we go back for the biggest movie that came out of the 80s. It was huge. It brought country music to... Yeah, it brought country music to the world that didn't know it.
Urban Cowboy?
Yeah, but there was an old boy there that had three cousins that could sing too.
Johnny Lee.
You're close.
No. Mickey Gilley.
Yes, sir.
Jerry Lee Lewis and Jimmy Swaggart.
That's right. And he would have Won't You Stand By Me.
And
Y'all remember that?
That Room Full of Roses. Woo, I still got a Mickey Gilley cassette. I ain't got no way of playing it, but I still got it. Room Full of Roses. Mickey Gilley was awesome now.
He was. His voice.
Faraday, Louisiana.
That was
where
it.
They grew up.
Don't the girls get prettier at closing time?
Never been a truer song.
It is. I might settle for a number 9.
But an 8 might fit right in.
Yeah. And I wake up with a number 10. And I'll swear I'll never do it ever again. That was a classic.
Mickey Gilley was awesome. That dude, he knew he wasn't just a singer, songwriter, what. His marketing. I mean, he knew, and he may not have known, but he knew to hire the right people to get the right people in the right. Had his own beer, Gilley's beer. Everything Gilley's like just poof.
That was, and of course, when it made urban, you imagine how many people went through that before it burned down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever been there,
Bigfoot?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bigfoot was there also.
Bigfoot was in there.
And then, of course, they had the mechanical bulls. They really brought on the scene.
You mean you don't know nothing about Bigfoot and mechanical?
No,
there's about classics. That's a classic.
It's an inside joke about Bigfoot. And so just...
Are we talking take this job and shove it? Or what are you talking about?
I'll tell y'all
She's
later.
talking about her shoes off again. I don't know. 7 toes. I don't know.
You did also watch that, didn't you? Take this job and shove it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end, they come through with Bigfoot and take out the time clock.
And that was a good song, but on one hand, but on the other, Johnny Paycheck, they said when he got the royalties for that song, that's when he went off the deep end.
It was. He started buying stuff he didn't need.
He just buying a whole boatload of dope. I mean, next thing you know, I think George Jones had to pay for his funeral.
He did.
A burial plot. Paycheck was broke as he could
nothing.
be.
Did you, and just, do you remember him being seen with Daisy? You know, when he got stopped by Roscoe?
Yeah. Oh, no, dude.
He had to play the boards and has to get.
Yeah.
But Johnny looked rough even in that scene.
Oh, I seen him at the Temple Theater, at the very end. I mean, it was so all of us could have rode together, I think, that was there to see him. But
Did you turn my mic off?
I didn't do nothing.
No, your mic is wide open. You see
All right.
the meters?
Somebody said that I can't see the meters.
You see right here at the bottom below your face there.
Yeah.
We have meters in the studio that you can watch.
I mean, I don't care, but they said that it was off, and so I just figured Greg was responsible.
No. I don't do technological little.
We brought up this guy last week, and of newscasters, I have to really say this guy was one of the best there because he didn't go to college to become an announcer. And he would become one of the most known faces. He was born just the other day.
The guy off WKRP.
Johnny Fever. He was good too. Yeah. But he passed away a couple of days ago, and this is the day that he was born. One of the best that ABC News ever had, as we remember, Peter Jennings. He just had class about him, and I really liked him. He was one of those guys that told it down the middle, and not all can do that.
I agree.
That's no truer words. 1985, this group busted on the music scene, and nobody had ever had anybody that jumped around in country music ever before. It scared them. I mean, you give him a guitar, and he was bouncing from one end of the stage to the next. And they're going, "What is going on with
Garth Brooks.
That was 90.
Well, I knew
what year are we in?
Swung in.
We're 85.
We're in 85.
Okay.
1985.
They even got a state named after.
They sure do. They had this song was all about getting dumped by your girlfriend, where she just really done you up, and you got to go out and start dating again. Even had an airplane in the video. Any clues there?
Sawyer Brett.
Right next door to us?
I'm reading somebody.
Well, as you go for this, he had dude started trying to have haircuts like he did.
Maybe a state like next door to us that touches us?
Alabama.
There you go. Can't keep a good man down. Randy Owen led that. Y'all remember that?
First time I ever seen them was on Hee Haw.
What is an Alabama steak?
State, baby, state. S-T-A-T-E.
I thought he was saying steak, and I'm like, T-bone?
We'll go through your flashcards again after the show. We'll work on your spelling.
Why are we not working on his enunciation?
Do what? He got
she ain't going
to be president. Why is he going to get enunciated?
Y'all help me. I'm getting held against my will.
We move on to 1986. We'll stay in the big wide world of country music. It was a mother and daughter duo team, and they were rocking with
The Judge.
Yep, The Rhythm of the Rain. Number one song today. Little did we know that there were so many issues behind the scene that we had no idea.
I know. That's
While
sad.
one was getting pizza, the other was depressed. And that's
Stop.
It was true. I delivered that once.
Stop.
I'm backing off. I just know things.
Yeah.
1994, his first song would come out and be "If the Devil Danced in Empty Pockets, He'd Have a Ball in Mine." That ring a bell?
I've heard
Yeah, I know the
but I don't
song.
know who it is.
He had a CD that came out, and man, he really hit home.
A CD?
Yeah. The 90s, that started happening. I remember getting them at the radio station. Everybody was looking at it going, "What do you do with this thing?" Don't touch it because your fingerprints will make it skip, was the big thing.
Or you
Van
get a
Dyke.
scratch on it.
Yep. And you had problems at the radio station. But this guy, his first CD, if I remember right, was called Regular Joe. And
Joe Diffie?
That would be him, as he had Third Rock from the Sun today. Y'all remember that one?
Tried not.
To Earth.
You don't like Joe Diffie?
My favorite Joe would have to be, "Is it cold in here, or is it just you?" Man, what a classic. Did I leave the door wide open?
No comment.
Ships That Don't Come In was a good song. Joe had Home. Home was a swimming hole.
I don't know that
In
one.
the place. He had a lot of traditional stuff in the beginning, and then toward the end there, "Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox." He had some novelty.
I like that one.
He had several of those that were just John Deere Green.
Yep.
In John Deere. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but there's a lot of songs that you've probably forgotten about that old Joe Diffie done. As we go back, I didn't listen to this. I just know the name. There was a group called the Grateful Dead. Anybody know?
Yeah.
No.
Who was he? He passed away today in 95.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know him either, but I know that there are people that
Deadheads.
really get into it.
They follow them.
Deadhead.
Yeah, they're
What's
real.
a deadhead?
That's
They
people that follow
they're
around the
groupie.
Grateful Dead.
You're kidding.
No,
Yeah.
oh no, they followed. It
I
didn't
mean,
matter
they're-
where they were.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't name one song that look at him.
Well, it's sort of a Jerry. Yeah, I knew that Jerry Garcia, but I mean, it's sort of a vibe. It's not necessarily like.
Well, can you name one song that they did?
Because but I like them all.
I don't know. I mean, nothing by them.
See, and that's what's wrong. People can't remember them. I mean, that's what's wrong. State of mind.
They all got glaucoma.
Yeah, that's right.
But they can see.
But really, wasn't that what that group was about, Dope?
No, I mean, it was hippies.
Bunch
I mean,
of hippies.
yeah.
I mean, most of them smoke, yeah.
Smoke what? What I'm thinking they did?
Marijuana.
Yeah, I had a feeling they were called hippies in my world, and I just didn't do the hippie thing, so I don't know them.
It takes all kinds.
2003, everybody thought this guy had number one after number one. He'd never had one. Cheeseburger in Paradise didn't do it for
Jimmy
him.
Buffett.
Yeah, and even that flip-flop that he blew out.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get a number one out of that.
Who went
It
to
would take an
Southern
old boy from Noonan, Georgia,
Alan Jackson, to redo the song.
well, to give him his first number one. It's 5 o'clock.
Really?
That he
I
had
didn't
never
know
had
that
one.
was okay. Interesting.
That was a big song there.
Parrot heads.
Yeah, that's what they were. This guy was funny as we go back. He passed away on
Not
this date
Greg.
back in 2008. Who's that now?
Not Greg.
No, it was not. And we got a misspelled word before we throw this up. I was. It was
She'll
late.
enunciate it or something.
It seems like this guy, if I remember, was in Atlanta somewhere and got hit in a limo. It was he got hurt bad, if I remember right. He was going to a show and got hit. A big lawsuit over it. Anybody remember Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
Am I right on that? The limo
Didn't he
thing?
die of pneumonia?
Yeah, but I thought it was another. God.
And I could be
He
wrong.
was really funny.
That got in the wreck. He's still alive. He's a comedian.
Wasn't Chris
I'll
Rock?
think of him in a little bit.
Okay, but I thought it was Bernie Mac. But
I don't know.
I don't believe it was.
But I think Bernie Mac died of pneumonia or something like that.
he got into a
Pneumonia.
Oh.
Pneumonia. P-N-E.
Oh, bless his heart.
Here we
That's
go
it.
again.
There we go.
Kevin Hart.
Could be.
He's the one
Really?
that was in the wreck.
Okay.
Real bad wreck.
Yeah,
and he's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them limos took
Yeah,
the-
Tracy?
Stella had it. Yeah. Kevin.
Okay.
But Bernie Mac was funny. This guy was one of those, you saw him in movies, but I would have never been able to, when I see his face, I go, oh yeah, it was that guy.
He could tap dance.
He sure could. Gregory Hines passed away on this date back in 2003 also. Y'all remember him?
He looks familiar, but no.
he was,
I bet I probably saw him on Will and Grace.
Will and Grace is where his big one there.
Yeah.
The Cotton Club is what I remember seeing him in, but he was also in a lot of, just had minor roles. I recognized his face.
Everybody's saying you're wrong, Odie. It's Tracy Morgan. That is the guy that got in the wreck with the limo. I mean, you can fight them if you want to, but they're pretty consistent with you're wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and Uncle Google it, but
Well, if I can type it out.
All right, and we'll be
fell
back
over
in
the
like
crack.
15 to 20 minutes as Scotty Ray does this.
Opens up about the devastating car crash. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, Tracy Morgan. There it is.
Because we want to bring accurate information.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I'm wrong, I'll say it.
So it's more and more there. Kevin Hart's funny though.
He is really funny.
I'm trying. Who would y'all seriously, without a shadow, who is the funniest comedian these days? Who is it? Who's on
Not
top
a comedian, but somebody that I'm loving is Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart at the Olympics. I mean, have y'all watched any of the?
I don't do the
I
Olympics.
don't get that channel.
Okay, that's
Now,
fine.
if y'all go back, Kevin Hart was in a huge car wreck as well.
But that ain't the car wreck.
We're talking
We
about
don't
the
know
limo.
which one's the car wreck.
The limo was the one I was referring to that was in there, and they
But yeah.
No, the Olympics have been fun to keep up with.
No,
I ain't
boycotted
watching
America
Olympic
is
nothing.
killing it. It's we are. I mean, all the other countries are way back there in medal count, and it is fun. It's uniting, and it's
No, it's not.
I
It's
love
not
watching
uniting now.
I love watching us beat world records and USA getting up on and getting that gold medal over
When they
and
took
over
God
and
out
over
of
again.
that and made a mockery of him, I have
It's-
absolutely nothing to do with it.
all three of us went and said no.
No, I hear you. I'm not going to get on that
Now,
one.
it's going to be hard not to watch curling when the Winter Olympics come around.
No,
But I'm going to make sure I'm not there watching.
No, it's not going to be hard. I'm sure. I'm
done.
pretty sure.
It's over. Yep. They might as well join up with the NFL and have Dak Prescott driving around because I ain't going to watch it.
And don't advertise with them, because if you advertise with them, I'm not going to support you. This time, I'm going to give you a pass because you paid for it before they did that crap. But next time, put your name up there and see if I don't. It may not be, but just me that pulls whatever dollar I spend with you. But I'm through. I'm done with that 100%. That was a slap in my face, and I'm through.
Anybody else you want to add to that list, Greg? There, I just felt like we ought to add somebody else.
Pretty well. That's what the old song said.
I'm
just
with
about
Lisa.
does it, don't it?
I'm with Lisa. It's not the athlete's fault. I'm still supportive of the United States. No, that's not fair, Odie. They've worked really, really, really hard, and they have spent years preparing for this, and they're going and representing our country. And because one country, one committee made one decision that you dislike, to just eliminate all those people's hard work. And
but let me ask this:
I don't think that's fair.
Was it not the organization that approved it?
I don't know.
Committee?
But all I know is a bunch of people that are from my country are going and competing against a bunch of people from other countries, and they worked really hard, and they're really killing it, and so I appreciate that.
Well, we'll let you watch. We'll have to agree to disagree because I can't support that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I agree with the athletes are not to blame.
Yeah.
I do. But that whole association right there.
I don't think we walk away from
But it's like
not
I said,
supporting
you
them.
got to stand for something or you'll fall for everything.
I understand.
And if you don't somebody got to make a mark in the sand, people. We just keep taking this stuff and we keep taking this stuff and then, it ain't this one's fault, it ain't that one's fault. And if you overlook stuff, that's what's wrong with us as a culture now. We've accepted it, and I've accepted about up to here.
And you fool.
Yeah.
Why do we accept sex being played on a 7 o'clock show on a network in front of our kids? Because, like we were talking earlier, because we've allowed it.
A little bit at a time.
One little piece at a time, and now it is normality. And it is wrong. And you've got to stop it somewhere.
Somewhere you got to make a mark.
Making a mockery of God the way they did, I'm through.
Yeah, I back you on that one, Otis.
Yeah.
I think we all agree
Well,
on
3
that.
out of 70. If we were taking a test, 75 is a pretty good score.
For you, it is.
Well, I mean, being nowadays time.
Well, no, now you just get, what do you think you deserve? Well, really, we should all have A's and hold hands. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, me.
But going back to what I'd asked Julie about the comedian, I have to rank this guy as my favorite comedian at this point. And me and you brought him up one day this week. Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham to me.
He's funny.
I mean, Walter is just like the guy next door. Who was it? Somebody said he looked like somebody in Meridian. I forget who it was.
Oh, Walter looks just like Charles Compton. I'm sorry. And I'm talking about personality, looks, the whole 9 yards. And for those that know Mr. Charles, no, that's Walter.
Let's see if I can find.
I like Ron White, too.
I'm so scared of what you're typing in over there.
White. Yeah.
Ron White's a good guy.
Here's a picture of Walter if no one's ever seen.
All right, everybody's got to have seen Walter.
That he's really funny.
He is.
Walter just talks about being married for so many years, and it's relatable.
No.
We like him. We'll be right back as we travel through this Friday morning together. Y'all don't rush off.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with the entire gang this morning. Thank you for letting us be a part of what you do. As we talked about Jeff Dunham, we really left off Ahmed.
I killed him.
The terrorist.
Yeah, he is. If that ain't funny, I don't know what is.
That was really funny. I haven't watched it.
Peanut is okay. He's not bad, but
Peanut's funny.
But he ain't even in ballpark with Ahmed.
So who all did we decide Walter looks like?
Joe Biden and
somebody threw in Ward Calhoun. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. We saw that in the comments. Does anybody from the sheriff's department want to comment on this? We'll go ahead and ask that.
Y'all remember Jose? It's a jalapeno.
Oh,
yeah. Gosh.
Well, Jeff did come to the Pearl River Resort one time, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. I know he went to Jackson.
We got to get tickets next time he rolls through and go as a group.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't feel like. What if he's outside of Lauderdale County line?
Well, that's what I mean. He's got to be at Pearl River. We can't go no further.
Not too far.
He's still outside Lauderdale County.
He ain't going there.
That's tough for me to go. It don't matter what's going on. You can pull over and boom, it all comes loose, and you got to take off running. Bubba J.
And I don't understand why he don't trust us with his empire and just go take a break. Leave us in charge.
I don't understand either.
I mean, there's
that's
no telling
shocking.
what we could do to grow this for him.
I do need
You could be the editor, Julia.
I cannot. I'm busy. I got something to do that day.
We'll be on scene reporting, and you can edit it.
No, I'm good.
Somebody brought up Guilford Godfrey. I didn't like him.
No.
He had that.
He aggravated his noise, just sandpaper.
And I didn't like that guy that used to scream. Kissinger, what was his name? He's redheaded and
Sam Kinison.
Yeah,
that's him.
Sand, nothing but sand.
Yeah, you can't grow nothing over here.
You keep sending them food. It's nothing but sand. Send them some tickets. Get them out of here.
Can we all agree, and y'all tell me if I'm on the right path here, and correct me if I'm wrong, that probably the greatest living comedian that ever existed would be Jerry Clower?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Never had to be vulgar. Never. I mean, it was hilarious.
I know we've had Bob Hopes and things of that nature that were funny, but I'm telling you, when it comes to it,
shoot that thing.
Shoot that thing. Somebody got to have some relief.
Amongst us. I mean, from sitting up with the dead and the stories of that McCullough chainsaw.
Stuck the snout in that screen door. I mean, they let him have the bar.
Greg, I don't know if you remember, you and I were talking about the trial. What was it? When Uncle Versey was on trial and he had to go. What was that story about on that one? Do you remember that? They'd accused him of killing somebody's cow. Is that right?
I don't remember. I remember him talking about Aunt Pet told him they got Versey down at the courthouse, and he had to go down there.
We've got somebody deaf commenting now. They say Greg is the funniest comedian.
Thank you.
But and I also remember the one that Jerry Clower talked about where he brought the man back from they flew him in from L.A. and he landed there, and he was going to teach him a lesson as they drove down the driveway, and he jumped out, shot in the air on purpose to miss the cows. Yeah. And that guy grabbed a gun and killed one of Versey's
So
cows.
if he made you mad, he made me mad too. That old man said we couldn't hunt here.
That was good.
Want him to shoot the mule.
Yeah.
Old mule got to put Della down. So he went out there and shot it. You shot that man's mule. He said, well, he told us we couldn't hunt. And that old fella got out and started shooting them cows.
I remember as a kid that really did happen. Somebody was joking, and they took somebody hunting and said, if you see it, you take care of it. I told him get them off. Wrong answer. Flop. It did happen there. Let's see what else is happening this morning as we look. Did y'all see this? A Mississippi man from 1977 has been arrested for 3 murders.
What?
Really?
DNA has tracked him back. That 23andMe stuff and all that genealogy will send you to prison if you're a criminal. He was, and you'll see this, of a man that moves around a lot that is hard to track. What did he do for a living? A truck driving man. 3 women he killed and strangled them, 1977. And of course, they were ladies of the evening, but he killed them. They've traced him back to that, and they're saying that he most likely has killed others. He's in jail now, and he will face his due for that. He is 73 now. His name is Warren Luther Alexander of Diamond Head, Mississippi.
Really?
I'm glad that justice is finally being served. A girl was 18. I want to say another one was 21. That's
these in other states?
Yes, California is where he got them.
All of it, California? Okay.
Truck driving man. And again, back in the day, Lord have mercy. As we look at some of these, I read a story early this morning also. Do y'all remember of a truck driver that got in all kinds of trouble for killing 3 motorcyclists? He was on the wrong side of the road.
No.
He's going to spend the next 10 years in jail. He was driving down the road, and it's a 4-lane that, there's no median, and he varies over, kills 3 guys on a motorcycle. Never determined. He had just became a citizen. He was not from here, Argentina, somewhere like that. But he will spend the next 10 years in jail for doing what he did to those. Just bad there. A husband was shot and killed by his wife in the state of Mississippi. They got into an argument. Domestic violence had happened. Kosciuszko is where that went on. That's not far from here, just due northwest of the Meridian area. Domestic violence is tough. We hate to see that. Let's see what else has gone on around Mississippi. I had another story. We had, as we go to Vicksburg, Military National Park, I think we all know where that is, had a lady there, was the supervisor. She just was, everybody that came through, she was sort of keeping the money, gambling, giving it to friends. Everybody was going to the casino. She's headed to jail now. $250,000 fine involved with this as well. 10 years in prison is what she's facing.
Who got her?
Let's see here. Federal prosecutors.
Yeah, I guess that is
Attorney
federal.
Todd W.G. of the Southern District has reported it.
Yeah.
Doesn't go into a lot of details of who staked her out and bust her. Shad wasn't brought up in this one.
Okay.
But it had all the earmarks of a Shad White.
Well, I mean, he very well may have referred it federally. I mean, if it's federal money, that's what he should do. Yeah.
So that did go on. And let me see here a few other things that are going on that happen worldwide that I thought we needed to bring up. Hulk
Worldwide?
Hogan. Yeah, Hulk Hogan is back in the news.
He was at the...
He's trying to have a resurgence.
Matt Damon, y'all know him?
Yeah.
All right, you also know Ben Affleck, who's probably getting a divorce. Without his consent, Hollywood is making a movie about the infamous video. Y'all know what I'm referring
Infamous?
to? Yeah. What'd I call it?
Infamous?
Yeah, infamous.
It's like the 3andMe guy.
He sounded it out. You leave him alone.
It was.
That was downright dirty, wasn't it?
I was. She's full of it. I'm telling you, daggers. She's just throwing daggers this morning. Yeah.
I'm not. Anyways, go on to your little story.
Every time she takes her shoes off, she acts ugly.
Who's infamous now?
That would be Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
And he says, if y'all don't have your P's and Q's together because y'all didn't consult me and you make me look bad on screen, I'm going to sue you. Number one, who's going to make a movie about that?
Who's going to go to it?
Well, like we were talking about earlier, what is out there in the public eye right now?
And just to summarize, this is the morals of America. This is about Hulk Hogan videoing himself with someone else's wife. Is what it is. And they're going to make a movie about
a whole movie about that subject?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a short
good.
film.
All right.
Greg knows this because he saw the video.
How close are we to
You don't have to worry about them making you look bad. You did that all.
You did it all to yourself, Bubba.
As we touch base on a few political things, Trump says that he's agreed to 3 debates with Kamala. We'll see how that works out.
She ain't going to debate him one time.
You don't think
it'll
so?
ever
I
happen?
don't think so.
Why?
If they do, it'll be so stacked. The questions will be so stacked that they're not going to come out and let the
She'll do one time. September, the 1st of September, she'll do one. I don't know if she'll fulfill the other two.
Well, I think what we figured out this week is she had a couple of choices for VP, and she chose the most progressive of the options.
Who really wants to be her VP? She didn't have much to choose from.
She had some options, but she could have pandered to moderates, and but her decision was very, very
I
liberal.
think he's the only one.
So
that
I mean,
said
that's
yeah.
what and that's what your VP should do. Clarify
You know a few political things. Give me an example of this guy, because I don't know him. I have never heard of him until he walked up.
I didn't really know him either. I mean, I've read some articles trying to get to know him, and didn't take very long.
Okay, what'd you get to know?
Well,
after
we
you read?
discussed it. The legislation that he advocated for, which is just strange to me, that they wanted tampons in all restrooms for children fourth grade and up, boys and girls.
And he supported that.
What do they call him?
Yeah. Tampon Tim.
Yeah. So I mean, he's even got a nickname. It's just strange. So I don't know what that is.
Sick.
Yeah.
Now, have y'all seen this? Where
he's a very progressive liberal
the truth
kind of.
about being a veteran. He never served combat and claimed that he did.
He did indicate that he had been to war.
He said he wants to get rid of guns, and nobody should have a gun that is used in war like he used when he was in war. And he got out after he was given the paperwork saying, hey, you're going to go overseas. He decided to get out and leave his
Well, he went to Italy for a minute, but then whenever it was Iraq time, he had
gone.
to go.
Yep.
But he did indicate in a speech that only the gun, when he was in war, he made reference to him being in war.
And he's never been in war. They are bringing up stolen valor big time. And I believe if you have stolen valor, if you, for some reason, didn't finish your military stint and you push that you were a big military and you're part of a stolen valor, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And let me get one more political thing. I don't care what side of the fence you are on, if you're Democrat, Republican. Here's something that this guy needs to be caught and done something with. He's a Republican senator from North Dakota. Have y'all seen this? He's 80 and has been going out of country for boys underage, and they have busted him. Europe is where it all happened. The Republican senator, North Dakota, his name is Ray Hollenberg. Grand Forks, he's admitted it.
So we need to go back and touch on Tim real quick, because Wesley said, be fair, 24 years is an E9. He spent 24 years in. He retired. He retired early, and he retired right after he got his notice to go to war. So he abandoned ship. Yes, he served 29 years. 24 years.
I think the issue is the fact that he made reference to the fact that he had he'd been to war, and he has not, and that's not accurate.
That's the problem, not that he served his country.
Well, there we go. We'll be right back with birthdays. Have you got yours to us yet? We'll do those next.
Jordan LaParish Tractor here to talk about our fall hunting package, the Whitetail Widowmaker L2502 DT with a DH1560, an RCR 1260 6-foot cutter. You're going to get a free pipe top trailer with that. We're about 60 days from hunting season. This package is going to start around $29,999 cash, as little as $385 per month. Come see us. 4 locations: Meridian, Hattiesburg, Poplarville, Robertsdale, and coming soon to the Panhandle of Florida.
Place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as your built-in. are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. And welcome back. For some reason, Greg, we left off one important note today.
Oh, gosh.
A pair of scissors was used in California, I think about 7:30 this morning to make this. And this is how it all happened on this day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
Keep it.
You did not show any respect for that.
I'm going to show you something.
Oh, Daisy. Do you have any birthdays that are happening today?
Yes, we do. We've got a few of them. We've got Jeremy Belt, had a birthday yesterday, but his name came in late, so he's in the running. Tiffany Carroll McBride's having a birthday. Landon George with the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department has a birthday today.
How old is he?
29.
Really?
Yeah. Old Landon. Served proudly in the United States Marines and now is serving our county as part of the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. Gail Mosby, Maggie Roberts, Amy Worrell is the big 5-0, and Glenda Hall's having a birthday. So here we go with that. Make sure there wasn't another one up there. And dun 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 dun. Look at there, Jeremy Belt, winner of the birthday mug.
Look at that last comment.
Julia's not coming back. Yes, she is. She'll be back.
She's under contract.
She can't go nowhere.
She's under contract.
What else she gonna do? Stay at home?
Where are you gonna make this kind of money anywhere else? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Julia,
you're getting paid in hush puppies.
Question for you. I've had several people ask me in the last couple of days.
Scared.
When is the next full moon on 5th coming?
Yes. We actually, that's half of my to-do list today is full moon stuff.
You drop that ball.
But we're going to be back September the 6th, and that'll be our first one of the fall, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to bring, it ain't broke, so we're not going to fix it. We're going to bring back and do, our September full moon's always been great. We have a big response for it, so we are going to do the 80s night again.
Oh, that was
and bring
fun.
back that same band, and we invest all of our money back into making it better. And so we've got a fancy like stage thingy that goes through. I don't know the
prop.
Yeah, that's so Aces has purchased that and lighting and stuff. So our stage is going to be a little bit fancier this year. We're doing a couple of upgrades. So we're real excited about it. It's going to be fun. I'm trying to get Rocky to bring out some puppies for the shelter and stuff.
That would be.
Yeah, we're adding a couple of little components to it this year.
Oh,
or this
Haley
season.
says Julia for mayor.
I'd vote for you.
I would too, but I don't live in the city.
I'd still vote for you.
But I'll campaign for you.
And since we brought up mayor, have we heard any new names of anybody else that's going to throw their hat into the ring to vote for it? Have you heard anything new over the last week or so? I'm getting
the way it looks like it may be a Julia for mayor. We need to get some signs made.
Man, she's refusing to answer my question.
I believe the old cat has her tongue.
The proverbial cat has.
I haven't heard anybody new in the last few days. I'll answer for what I know.
Now they will run. That election will be next June,
July.
Yeah, they go into office. The council and the mayor take their. Isn't it July 1st? They take. That's their inauguration. So
okay, all right. Then anything you want to add?
The
to
next half of it'll just.
It's coming. This should be fun. You've got our support, Julia.
I'm not. Don't start
I mean,
that.
we'll start a campaign to back you.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and do it.
I have a job.
You would be a great female mayor, though. I think
The first female mayor. I think it'd be great. Let's push that.
It's not the first female mayor.
Oh, that's
Odie.
right. Well, darn. Second.
You would make a good one, though. I mean, you're tough. I mean, not everybody can handle things that you do in life.
You've got all three of our supports.
If you can handle us three, you can handle anybody.
100%. We've got a bunch of them now.
I'm still on the wire. I mean, I'm not committed yet.
None of y'all.
I'm sorry.
None of y'all live in the city, so.
Well, we can't help you anyway, but we'll help you.
Jody, as always, as we get ready to leave this morning, we need to always be thankful for who we are, what we stand for. That's that man up above. As we close out, we're going to give you a Bible verse to face the day with. What do you got for us?
We got, we're going to go to Luke chapter 10, verse 3. And it just simply says, "Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves." And that's what we're fighting in this world today. We are lambs, and we're going out into the world that is full of wolves. But I tell you, with the guidance of our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ, we can do it. And let's push him and his love and his care and his forgiveness across this entire world. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back in around 72 hours. Until then, remember, we love you. We hope you have a wonderful and safe time.
Y'all want to say goodbye?
Yeah,
Goodbye.
y'all have a wonderful weekend and look forward to seeing y'all next week. Are you coming back?
I'm back next week, then I'm going to be gone for a few weeks.
Oh.
A few weeks?
I have my moving a baby into Ole Miss, and we've got Rush.
Hotty-totty. Okay.
I'm Mississippi State, but she's happy, so.
Yeah, well, we wish you luck with that. That's I hear that's pretty tough there, dropping your baby girl off at a way away from you. So
it's going to be okay.
Good luck with that.
I'm just moving with her. See y'all later.
Poor Tyler.
He's going, yeah. We'll see y'all back next week. Thank you. God bless you. We'll see you soon.